Hello, my friends, Dr. Mandell here. As we age, our muscles slowly start to shrink, and with every year, it gets harder to stay strong, mobile, and independent. But here's the truth, you don't have to accept this. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share exactly what you should take before bed so your muscles stop disappearing and instead keep rebuilding while you sleep. Stay with me. This one small change can transform your health and your future. Sarcopenia, often referred to as the silent muscle loss, is one of the most overlooked conditions that affects seniors as they age. Unlike sudden illnesses that show immediate symptoms, sarcopenia creeps in slowly, quietly weakening the body year after year. It begins as a small loss of strength, a little more difficulty climbing stairs, or struggling to carry groceries that once felt light. Over time, this gradual decline robs seniors of their mobility, independence, and overall quality of life. The danger is that most people dismiss these early signs as a normal part of aging, when in fact, they are clear signals that muscle tissue is breaking down faster than the body is rebuilding it. What makes sarcopenia so concerning is the critical role muscle plays in every aspect of health. Muscles are not just for movement. They are the body's engine for metabolism, balance, and protection. Strong muscles stabilize joints, protect bones, and reduce the risk of falls and fractures. They regulate blood sugar, helping to prevent diabetes. They even communicate with the immune system and brain, influencing energy, mood, and cognitive function. When muscle mass is lost, the entire body suffers, creating a domino effect that accelerates aging. This is why sarcopenia is often linked to frailty, longer recovery times from illness, and increased risk of chronic disease. The root causes of muscle loss are multi-layered. Aging itself reduces the body's ability to synthesize protein efficiently, which means even if seniors eat the same amount of protein as in their younger years, their bodies may not use it as effectively. Hormonal changes, such as declining levels of testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone, further impair muscle repair and growth. Lifestyle factors add another layer. Years of sedentary behavior, poor nutrition, and insufficient physical activity all compound the problem. Add in chronic inflammation, oxidative stress, and vitamin deficiencies, and the body becomes even less capable of preserving its muscle tissue. One of the greatest risks of sarcopenia is how it hides in plain sight. Because the changes are gradual, seniors may not notice the seriousness until it becomes too late. A little weakness can turn into difficulty standing from a chair. Slower walking can evolve into the need for a cane or walker. Loss of grip strength can make daily tasks like cooking or opening jars frustrating. At its worst, sarcopenia can trap seniors in a cycle of immobility, where less movement causes further muscle breakdown, and that leads to even less movement. This vicious cycle steals independence and makes everyday life harder than it needs to be. The encouraging reality is that sarcopenia is not inevitable, and it is never too late to fight back. Through the right combination of nutrition, strength-building activity, and consistent healthy habits, seniors can slow, stop, and even reverse muscle loss. Recognizing sarcopenia as a silent threat is the first step. By bringing it into awareness, it becomes clear that muscle health is not just about physical appearance, but about maintaining strength, dignity, and freedom throughout the later years of life. Nighttime is the body's most powerful opportunity for healing, repair, and restoration. Yet most people overlook how important proper nutrition is before going to bed. While we sleep, our muscles, bones, and tissues are hard at work rebuilding themselves from the stress and strain of the day. Sleep is not just a time of rest for the mind. It is also a laboratory of recovery for the body. But here's the problems. If the body doesn't have the right fuel available during those hours of repair, it will begin breaking down muscle tissue to meet its needs. This process accelerates muscle loss in seniors and makes it even harder to maintain strength, energy, and independence. That is why nighttime nutrition plays such a critical role in protecting muscle mass. When you go to bed without providing your body with protein or essential nutrients, your muscles are left without the building blocks they need to repair microscopic tears that occur naturally with movement and activity. Protein is the foundation of muscle health, and its amino acids, especially leucine, are the sparks that ignite muscle protein synthesis. By consuming a small serving of high-quality protein before bed, such as Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or a protein shake, you give your body a steady stream of amino acids that can be used throughout the night to rebuild and preserve muscle fibers. This is particularly important for seniors because as we age, our muscles become less sensitive to smaller amounts of protein, making it essential to time intake more strategically. Nighttime nutrition goes beyond protein alone. Certain nutrients can enhance recovery and improve muscle function while you sleep. Magnesium is one of the most important minerals for seniors because it relaxes the muscles, reduces nighttime cramps, and supports deep restorative sleep. Vitamin D, though not consumed primarily at night, is essential for proper muscle contraction and bone strength, and pairing it with evening nutrition can help ensure consistent intake. Collagen or casein protein are also especially useful before bed because they digest slowly, supplying amino acids to the muscles for several hours while you rest. This slow release helps prevent catabolism, which is the breakdown of muscle tissue when the body lacks fuel. The beauty of nighttime nutrition is that it doesn't require complicated meals or large portions. In fact, a heavy dinner right before sleep can be counterproductive, interfering with digestion and sleep quality. Instead, a light but nutrient-dense snack is enough to nourish the body without burdening it. A few spoonfuls of cottage cheese, a warm glass of milk with a scoop of protein powder, or even a handful of nuts paired with fruit can provide the perfect balance of protein, healthy fats, and micronutrients to keep your body in repair mode. These small habits build resilience, allowing you to wake up stronger instead of weaker. For seniors, every night is an opportunity either lost or gained. Skipping nighttime nutrition may not show consequences overnight, but repeated day after day, it accelerates weakness, fatigue, and muscle decline. On the other hand, consistently feeding your body before bed builds strength, slows the aging process, and gives you the vitality to stay independent. Nighttime nutrition is not just about eating. It is about equipping your body to fight back against sarcopenia and ensuring that each morning you rise with more strength, energy, and confidence to live fully. The foods and nutrients we put into our bodies shape how well our muscles can grow, repair, and stay strong as we age. While movement and exercise stimulate the muscles, nutrition provides the raw materials needed to build them back up. For seniors, the difference between losing strength and preserving independence often comes down to whether the right nutrients are consistently supplied. Without them, the body is left vulnerable to muscle breakdown, fatigue, and the slow decline associated with sarcopenia. With them, the body has the power to restore, protect, and even increase muscle mass well into the later years of life. Protein is the most important nutrient for muscle health, but not all protein is created equal. The body depends on amino acids, the building blocks of protein, to synthesize and repair muscle tissue. Among these, leucine stands out as the most critical trigger for muscle protein synthesis. Foods rich in leucine, such as eggs, lean meats, fish, whey protein, soy, and legumes help spark the process of rebuilding muscle fibers. Seniors in particular need to be more intentional with protein intake because the aging body is less responsive to smaller amounts. Spreading protein-rich meals and including a bedtime source ensures a steady supply throughout the day and night. Alongside protein, vitamin D plays a powerful role in muscle health. Vitamin D supports proper muscle contraction, strengthens bones, and reduces the risk of falls and fractures. Many older adults are deficient in this essential nutrient, especially if they get limited sun exposure. Without adequate vitamin D, even the best protein intake cannot fully support muscle function. Pairing vitamin D with calcium is also beneficial, as together they improve bone strength and reduce the strain placed on muscles during movement. Magnesium is another nutrient often overlooked but absolutely necessary for muscle health. This mineral supports energy production, muscle relaxation, and recovery. Seniors who lack magnesium may experience painful cramps, restless legs, or general weakness. Including foods such as leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains can help restore magnesium levels naturally. For those with difficulty meeting daily needs, supplementation can be a simple and effective solution. Collagen and omega-3 fatty acids also deserve attention. Collagen provides structural support for muscles, tendons, and joints, reducing stiffness and improving flexibility. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish, walnuts, and flax seeds reduce inflammation and enhance muscle protein synthesis, making every bite of protein more effective. Together, these nutrients protect connective tissue, ease movement, and support faster recovery from physical activity. Even hydration is an essential but forgotten nutrient for muscles. Muscles are nearly 75% water, and dehydration makes them more prone to injury, stiffness, and fatigue. Seniors should make a conscious effort to drink enough fluids, as thirst signals tend to weaken with age. Proper hydration allows nutrients to reach muscle cells more efficiently and ensures smoother contractions during activity. The truth is, muscles cannot be maintained by exercise alone. The right nutrients are the foundation that makes every step, every stretch, and every movement possible. Seniors who prioritize nutrient-rich foods and strategic supplementation are not only defending themselves against sarcopenia, but also actively creating a body that remains strong, energetic, and resilient. Nutrition is not just fuel, it is the medicine that protects muscle and preserves independence for years to come. The way we prepare for sleep each night has a direct impact on how well our bodies repair, rebuild, and recharge. For seniors, bedtime is more than just a routine to wind down the day. It is the most powerful opportunity to protect muscle mass and maintain strength. Small, simple bedtime habits practiced consistently can make the difference between waking up refreshed with stronger muscles or feeling weaker and more fatigued. The key is not to complicate the process, but to create sustainable patterns that support recovery, healing, and muscle preservation through the night. One of the simplest habits is to give your body a light, nutrient-dense snack before bed. This does not need to be a heavy meal, but rather a purposeful choice that fuels muscle repair. A small serving of cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, or a protein shake provides the amino acids needed to stimulate muscle protein synthesis while you sleep. Casein protein, in particular, digests slowly and releases nutrients steadily throughout the night, making it ideal for bedtime. By incorporating this habit, seniors ensure their bodies are not breaking down muscle tissue to meet energy needs during fasting hours. Establishing a consistent sleep schedule is another crucial habit. The body thrives on rhythm, and going to bed at the same time each night supports deeper, more restorative rest. Growth hormone, which plays a critical role in muscle repair, is released in greater amounts during the early hours of sleep. Seniors who maintain a regular bedtime give their bodies the best chance to maximize this natural process. Even a difference of 1 or 2 hours in sleep timing can disrupt hormone cycles and reduce the quality of muscle recovery. Relaxation habits before bed also play an important role. Stress raises cortisol levels, which can interfere with both sleep quality and muscle repair. Simple practices like deep breathing, light stretching, or a warm cup of herbal tea can calm the nervous system and prepare the body for rest. Gentle stretching, in particular, not only eases stiffness but also improves circulation, delivering more nutrients to the muscles just before the rebuilding process begins. Minimizing distractions is another small but powerful bedtime habit. Avoiding late night screen time, dimming the lights, and keeping the room cool and quiet signal the body that it is time to sleep. A dark environment enhances melatonin production, which is essential for high-quality rest. Without deep, uninterrupted sleep, even the best nutrition cannot fully support muscle recovery. Seniors who create an environment for uninterrupted rest give their muscles the chance to restore properly. Hydration is also important, but it must be approached wisely at night. Drinking a large amount of water right before bed may lead to disrupted sleep due to frequent trips to the bathroom. Instead, sipping fluid steadily throughout the day and having a small glass of water an hour before bedtime helps keep the muscles hydrated without disturbing rest. These habits may sound simple, but when combined, they create a powerful system that protects against muscle loss. Bedtime is not just about closing your eyes. It is about giving your body the resources and environment it needs to heal. For seniors, each night presents an opportunity either wasted or invested. By practicing these simple bedtime habits, you build a foundation for strength, energy, and independence that carries into the next day and beyond. Consistency turns these small actions into long-term results, and over time, they become the invisible force that keeps your muscles strong and your life vibrant. Muscles are far more than the tissue that allows us to walk, lift, or move objects. They are a living shield that protects nearly every system of the body, and their presence plays a defining role in how long and how well we live. For seniors, the preservation of muscle is not about vanity or strength alone. It is directly tied to longevity, independence, and the ability to enjoy life fully. When muscles are strong, they act as the body's armor, but when they fade away, every part of health begins to decline. Understanding how muscles protect longevity is the first step toward appreciating why building and maintaining them must remain a top priority throughout the later years. One of the most important ways muscles extend life is by supporting metabolic health. Muscle tissue is highly active and acts as a storage and burning site for glucose. The more muscle mass a person has, the better they regulate blood sugar, which lowers the risk of diabetes, obesity, and metabolic syndrome. Seniors with greater muscle mass tend to have steadier energy levels and less fat accumulation, giving their organs less strain and reducing the likelihood of developing chronic illnesses that shorten lifespan. In this way, every pound of muscle preserved is like a buffer against metabolic disease. Muscles also protect longevity by maintaining balance and preventing falls. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury and mortality among seniors, often leading to broken hips, loss of mobility, and a sharp decline in independence. Strong leg and core muscles stabilize the body, making slips and accidents less likely. Even when falls do occur, stronger muscles cushion and absorb impact better, reducing the severity of injuries. This protective role alone can mean the difference between continuing to live independently or requiring long-term care. Another overlooked benefit of muscle is its influence on the immune system and inflammation. Muscles release special proteins called myokines when they contract, and these molecules have powerful anti-inflammatory and healing effects throughout the body. Chronic inflammation is linked to conditions such as heart disease, arthritis, and even dementia. By maintaining muscle mass, seniors support their immune defense and reduce the burden of inflammation that accelerates aging. In essence, muscles act as an internal pharmacy, producing natural medicine that prolongs health and vitality. Brain health is also deeply connected to muscle mass. Research shows that seniors with stronger muscles and greater physical function often have sharper memory, better concentration, and a lower risk of cognitive decline. This connection is not accidental. Muscles improve circulation, increase oxygen delivery, and release brain, supporting factors during activity. By preserving muscle, seniors are protecting not only their bodies, but also their minds, ensuring that their later years are filled with clarity and engagement rather than confusion or decline. Lastly, muscles safeguard independence. Longevity is not simply about the number of years lived, but the quality of those years. A person who can walk, climb stairs, and perform daily tasks without help experiences a freedom that adds joy and dignity to life. Muscle mass is the foundation of this independence. Without it, even simple tasks become exhausting, creating dependence on others and lowering quality of life. With it, seniors maintain control over their lives, extending not only their years, but the richness of those years. Muscles are therefore a critical determinant of longevity. They influence how the heart works, how the brain functions, how strong the immune system remains, and how well the body can protect itself against accidents and illness. For seniors, building and preserving muscle is not just an option. It is a life-saving strategy. Strong muscles mean stronger health, fewer diseases, more independence, and ultimately more years lived with vitality and purpose. Consistency is the true secret to transforming health, especially when it comes to protecting and rebuilding muscle in the senior years. Many people make the mistake of believing that one big change or a short burst of effort will bring lasting results. But the body does not work that way. Muscles respond to what we do repeatedly, not occasionally. It is the small, steady actions taken day after day that slowly build strength, preserve independence, and create lasting transformation. For seniors facing the challenges of muscle loss, consistency is the bridge between knowledge and real, visible change. When seniors commit to consistent nutrition, the results compound over time. Eating protein once in a while or occasionally having a balanced meal will not provide the steady supply of amino acids the body needs to prevent muscle breakdown. However, spreading protein evenly across meals every single day creates an environment where muscles are constantly being repaired and nourished. Adding a nightly protein-rich snack may not seem like a big change in the moment, but done consistently, it builds the foundation for stronger muscles and improved energy. What feels small in the present becomes powerful when it becomes a daily habit. The same truth applies to exercise. A single workout or a week of walking will not prevent sarcopenia. But when seniors commit to moving their bodies consistently, even if it is light resistance training, chair exercises, or daily walking, the muscles respond by staying stronger, more flexible, and more resilient. The body thrives on regular stimulation, and even small efforts add up. A senior who commits to 10 minutes of movement every day will achieve far greater benefits than someone who exercises hard once a month. Transformation is not about perfection. It is about persistence. Consistency also transforms the mind. Every time a person chooses to follow through on a healthy action, they reinforce their identity as someone who cares for their body. Over weeks and months, these repeated choices shift beliefs and confidence, creating momentum that fuels further progress. Seniors who stay consistent with their habits often report feeling more empowered, more hopeful, and more in control of their future. That emotional strength is just as important as the physical gains because it helps them push through challenges and continue the journey even when motivation feels low. Another important part of consistency is patience. The changes may not show up overnight. In fact, seniors may feel like progress is slow in the beginning, but every night of proper nutrition, every glass of water, every stretch before bed, And every walk around the block is an investment in a stronger tomorrow. Just as muscle loss creeps in slowly, muscle restoration also builds slowly, but the direction of change is completely within our control. Over time, the results become undeniable. More energy, better balance, greater independence, and renewed vitality. In the end, consistency is what transforms knowledge into power. Seniors do not need to be perfect, and they do not need to make massive changes all at once. What they need is steady commitment to small, life-giving habits that build strength day after day. Transformation is never about what is done once in a while. It is about what is done consistently with purpose and dedication. And for seniors, that consistency is the key that unlocks stronger muscles, longer life, and a brighter future.